may not know his name, but you definitely know his music. Giorgio Moroder produced some of the biggest hits of the 70s and 80s, creating monster disco records with Donna Summer and smash theme songs for popular films like Top Gun. This month, he's releasing his first album in decades, working with today's pop superstars. I asked him why he's returning to music now.
You know, if you get an offer from to do an album in the state of the music right now is not doing too well, you cannot say no. So I was happy to be back. And, you know, like I had that big hit with Daft Punk called Giorgio by Moroder. And the record companies were just interested in working with me, and finally I said, well, it's time. If I don't do it now, I won't do it anyway.
You are probably one of the most accomplished producers, songwriters ever. I look at the list of some of the songs, the string of hits with Donna Summer, Love to Love You, Baby, Bad Girls, theme song from Midnight Express, Irene Cara from Flashdance, What a Feeling. When you look back at that body of work, what was your secret?
Well, first of all, a lot of work. I think at the beginning with Donna Summer, I kind of found my sound, which was then called disco, you know, with a heavy drum, bass, beautiful violins, guitars. And then slowly it develops into more electronic.
Everybody's got a favorite. What's your favorite?
My favorite song is I Feel Love, because it came in at a time when disco was kind of on the way out. And it started a whole new electronic dance music, and it's still people get inspired by that song.
But you created such anthems in the 70s and then these movie theme songs. What drove you to produce songs like this?
Well, I always wanted to produce and compose danceable songs. Then, obviously, later on it developed from, it became more disco, and from disco it became a little more sophisticated. And that's what, and it ended up with my album now, which is electronic music.
Obviously, you've worked with some of the biggest names and some of the biggest performers in music. How do you make that magic work?
You know, I think I'm quite good with singers. I go into the studio, I tell them how to sing it, except now with the new trend which goes away from being in the studio with singers. It's a little more like composing, producing through the internet. In fact, some of the singers like Sia, which is the new single out called Déjà Vu, I never met her, actually, and so I gave her the tracks. It had a certain melody on it, and she took it, got into the studio, and gave me almost the finished product. So lately, the whole music industry, the way to record is slightly different than what it was like 30 years ago.
Speaking of the latest album, there's a track on it called 74 is the new 24. Tell me where that comes from.
Well, I started to DJ, and I do a lot of DJ now, and sometime I'm in front of 20, 30,000 people, and they're all young. They're all in their 20s, early 30s. And so I kind of feel like I'm 24, although now I'm 25. So that makes me, in fact, you know, I'm really 25. I just look older.
What's it like to be producing this kind of music in the fall of your career?
I love it. I love it. You know, I never really stopped listening to music. I was always aware what's going on, and when EDM or the new dance music came up, and especially in America on the radio, I thought, wow, let's listen a little more, and maybe one day I can go back in. And then I had that big chance with Daft Punk.
Well, we hope you keep doing this for another 75 years. Giorgio, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, John.
Giorgio's new album, Deja Vu, is now out. That is our program. We thank you for watching. I'm John Siegenthaler. I'll see you right back here tomorrow night. The news continues.